My name is Joey Lindstrom. Just me today calling our game for the Bulldogs, who last year, after their best campaign since their inaugural season in 2017, last year finishing 5-2 before that abrupt halt of the pandemic. The stage is set for the Bulldogs to have a huge year. Coach Pilson confident about his team. Every year, each class tends to get better, and in a tough conference like the Big East, you want to be able to have the top team. Robert Morris clearing now. Long pass. And this is Shea McCardle. Driving, looking for the inside, heads back out. Bailey Christensen working around the X. Robert Morris, benefactors of 2 inside goals from Cleo Kerr. At the X, back up top. This is Hannah Miller. Inside, looking for a way around. Was Christensen, couldn't find it. Side of the goal, and a dip and score for Julia Cotterwas. And Cotterwas is on the board with her first goal. Cotterwas, pardon me. And a timeout here for Robert Morris. We'll take a quick break here. You're watching Butler Women's Lacrosse on Butler Athletics YouTube. Welcome back to Varsity Field, home of the Butler Bulldogs, who face a 3-0 deficit so far, 2016 to play. Goals for the Robert Morris Colonials coming from the sticks of Cleo Kerr. She had the first 2 for Robert Morris, as well as Julia Cotterwas. Draw matchup here. This is Ella Squibb for your Bulldogs. Long goes back to the defensive side of Butler. Stoppage will go to Robert Morris. Ella Squibb thought she had it. Looked like a cover from Robert Morris, but it'll go to the Colonial side as they work it around. Dodge up top here. That's Isabella Robarge. But it gets checked away, and Robert Morris recovers it. 4 ground balls so far for Robert Morris in their offensive end after stick checks. The Bulldogs want to be able to remedy that. Dodge up top here. Talia Zoltis inside. Shot fired. And it just gets past Rumsey's stick. That goal by the hands of Mackenzie Gandy, who had one of 2 goals yesterday against Notre Dame. And their 16-2 loss, but Mackenzie Gandy gets the better and off-stick side of Amanda Rumsey. First draw control attempt for Ashley Steffes, the senior hailing from Farmington, Minnesota. She's efficient at the draw control. Also out there is Layla Tattersfield and Liz Davide. Cleo Kerr gains that one after the draw and gets it up to Colleen Tift. Steph is sprinting off, and Coach Cecil Pilson obviously wanting this to be an offsides. Robert Morris will continue that. Up top, work around as they continue their possession. Last year, the 2020 matchup was the first between these squads. Long pass over the net. This is Gandy again. Up top to Tift. Inside to Kerr. Gets it stick side on Rumsey. Excuse me, off stick side. And that is already a hat trick for Cleo Kerr. She has wasted no time putting the ball in the net. And RMU leads Butler 4-0. So Kerr almost tying now her record against Kent State on Wednesday, where she had 4 goals. Beginning to say the first matchup between these teams was last year, where Butler fell to Robert Morris 8-15. And they were out there in Moon Township, Pennsylvania. This is the first, and so far, unless we hear differently from Presbyterian, the last non-conference game for Butler, as they will begin their Big East play in just a couple of weeks. Big East format a little bit different this year. Now the Butler Bulldogs retaining possession. Looking like a shooting space violation, but under there, yellow card this time. Can't tell who that might be on. That's on number 5, Morgan Page. Nope, not Morgan Page. Excuse me, that'd be that's Jordan Anderson for RMU. So the Dogs have not had the ball for too often. Now with a man advantage, they'll have the chance now for a quick goal opportunity. Butler working around the ball. Inside movement from Bodine and Latsko. This is Connors. Up top to Bodine. Inside to Connors. Bounces it in. Campbell Connors. And the Bulldogs are on the board. And Campbell Connors gets the Dogs on the board for their first goal of the 2021 campaign. And now inching closer and closer. That gets it started for Coach Pilson's squad. assist there from Bodine. Who had 4 assists over the 7-game campaign last year. Steffes on the draw, facing off against 31. That's Kathleen Kelly for Robert Morris. Steffes recovers it, and the Dogs are on the run. Pass gets away from Engel there. Excuse me, Rubino. KK Callahan looking for her outlet. She goes down to Connors. Connors back up top to Steffes, loses control. The ground ball attempt from Rubino. Boxes out. But a ball will remain with Butler. She's boxing out Talia Zoltis there. Let's go. On the wing side as Butler passes it around. The Dogs scoring in the 13th minute from the stick of Campbell Connors. On the outside, shot goes wide. Kaylee Attaway was out there making her first appearance as RMU begins their clear. Turnover here. Here comes Bodine. Pass up to Callahan. Falls as she tries to make the move. A little bit of a stick check interference there. So the ball will remain with Butler. Ref giving a warning that you cannot place your stick as you run and defend. Let's go on the left wing. Kaylee Attaway trying to make a move inside. That'll be a shooting space violation. There on number 7, Lauren Wassel. This is Kaylee Attaway with the ball here as the Bulldogs set up for their possession. Rubino down to Connors. Bodine floating in and out of that central area. Shot, oh, just goes in the stick of Miller. That shot was by Greer Byerly, the sophomore. So RMU beginning their clear. Robert Morris on the right side. This is Kellen Colgrove. Now working inside. Colleen Tift on the outside. Robert Morris continuing to try to pour it on against Butler, but they lose that possession here. Nifty work by defender Grace Lagner. And Butler now, as they clear, they have to remember they have plenty of time. No need to rush at all. Let's go. Gets out to Kibasa. Connors back out to Let's Go. Steps inside, shooting space violation on the Colonials, and Let's Go will have a free position. Let's Go, the senior, hailing from Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. I believe not too far from RMU. Let's go. Shot. Score. Bulldog goal for number 45, Karina Let's Go. And that free position has put Butler in a great position cutting Robert Morris's lead and putting 2 on the board for the Bulldogs. A huge swing for Butler and Coach Pilson's squad. So our count is 5-2. Advantage, Robert Morris. And Robert Morris will take a timeout. The Bulldogs with a momentum swing. We'll be right back. You're watching Butler Women's Lacrosse on the Butler Athletics YouTube page. Welcome back. After our goal for the Bulldogs by the stick of Karina Latsko, the Dogs now facing a 3-point deficit still. Ashley Steffes on the draw, facing off here. I believe that is Wassel. Pardon me, that was actually Jordan Anderson, who just came off her penalty minutes. Steffes with a crowd, and she gets bumped. And now the Bulldogs on the offensive front. Working it around here. Greer Byerly, the sophomore, now back up to Davide. Latsko, who just had a goal. And Tattersfield is out there as well, along with Connors, as well as Gab Bedine. Callahan out to Kielbasa. No one on the right side wing. Callahan's looking for him. Let's go. Split dodge. Gets inside. Oh, and a nice save. This by the foot this time of Jamie Keller, who is replacing now Caitlin Miller for reasons unknown. Perhaps Coach Katrina Silva just getting some reps for her second goalkeeper. Dodge up top, and a shooting space violation. Kaylee Attaway will have a free position on the right wing. Attaway chooses to pass off to Latsko. Bodine, split dodge. Bodine inside, got it! Gab Bodine, 5 holes. Jamie Keller, and the Bulldogs now face a 2-goal deficit back in this game of a quick 2 unanswered, excuse me. So now the Bulldogs riding that momentum. No Big East format this year. Starting Friday, March 19th, women's lacrosse will play a Friday through Sunday schedule in which the teams will play their opponents twice in one weekend. This is obviously unique, and the schedule spans over 7 weekends with 2 makeup weekends built in. The championship will be hosted by Georgetown May 6th and May 8th. This is Steffes facing off against Kathleen Kelly. RMU will gain the possession after the violation. Kelly on the right side. Cross pass. And nice defense from the Bulldogs. Inside there was Anna Kay Gately as well as Tattersfield. Long ball doesn't go, and this will trickle out of bounds. Kelly tries to recover it, doesn't get it. Davide starts the clear. Out to Rumsey. Best way to get it clear is to have your goalie set up. Pass outside to Lagner. Bouncing effort down into Greer Byerly. This is Sarah Dickinson clearing up. You see Kaylee Attaway raising her stick to signify that she'll be staying back so they don't get an offsides penalty. Let's go. Beyond the left arc. Butler working around. Long pass out to Callahan. And the skills of the Bulldogs have brought them back after a bit of a slow start. Attaway back out to Kilbasa. Inside to Latsko. And a shooting space. Violation will send Latsko. We know what happened last time. A free position goal for Karina Latsko. She's got another chance here. With no defenders to right to her left, she shoots at the ball, goes straight into the stick of Jamie Keller. Jamie Keller, an early appearance in their previous blowouts from Robert Morris. She had come in off the bench each time. Now a different change of pace there maybe for Coach Silva. A lot of tussle in between the lines there, and Robert Morris needs to clear. Nifty pass outside. And now Robert Morris sets up. This is Christensen. Excuse me, this is Gandy. Beg your pardon. Gandy inside, loses the handle. Foul incoming, and a push on the Bulldogs. This will indicate a free position for Mackenzie Gandy. It was actually close to breaking some records here at RMU. Shot, score for Mackenzie Gandy. That is her second. Excuse me, that was Kelly Colgrove. And that is her first goal. So Kelly Colgrove, hailing from Ellicott City, Maryland, extends the lead for the Colonials, as they now lead 6-3. It was beginning to say Mackenzie Gandy, number 36. Oh, okay, so I was right. Yeah, our friend Daniel downstairs, our PA guy. It was actually Mackenzie Gandy on the goal. Beg your pardon, Kellen Colgrove. But Mackenzie Gandy just needs 11 goals. Well, now I would suppose she needs 9 goals and 24 assists to pass Jen Collins' 2009 record for most all-time in each of those categories. Conversely, defender Kelly Colgrove needs 19 turnovers to pass Colleen O'Donnell's 2012 record. So this RMU squad definitely has some future record holders. And now they have the possession. Back up top. Inside, tried to get it to Gandy, didn't work out. And nice recovery there by Anna Kate Gately as the Bulldogs begin their clear. Sarah Dickinson fumbling about. That is a check to the head on Gandy. A yellow card in her way, and she will take a knee in the penalty box. And the Bulldogs will have a man advantage, a woman advantage. Beautiful day at Varsity Field, about 47 or so degrees here in Indianapolis. They must have known, the weather gods must have known the Dogs were playing today. Refs beckoning for the shot clock to be reset to 90, indicated by her swirling her finger in the air. So after this, Butler was set to play Presbyterian. We got word prior to the game that will be postponed once more. Then they will play that unique Big East schedule. As Lagner brings it up, they'll play against Denver in a weekend roundabout. And they'll head out to Colorado for that. Back outside to Latsko. Refs deferring calls, but it looks like Campbell Connors will get a free position. Great news for the Bulldogs as they have a player advantage right now. She chooses to pass it out. Interesting decision. Looks like she had a lane. The Bulldogs beckoning for a play. Tattersfield up top. Back up top to Schreiber. Schreiber out to Bodine. Nifty work to switch the hands to get that ball. There's a foul on Robert Morris. That time on number 4, Shea McCardle, the defender. And she is actually a fifth year playing in her final season. Free position here for Bodine. Chooses to pass it out back up to Schreiber. And another shooting space violation. Have to leave some room. And this time, it's Leah Rubino. Rubino, clear shot to the lane. Oh, and a save. Jamie Keller. That ball headed right into the stick. Stick side of Jamie Keller. She was right there. And the Bulldogs go over on their last 2 free positions. Ira Morris losing the handle. Nice play by Lagner to disrupt that as well. Ball's on the line. Just need a push out. And a reset shot clock for the Bulldogs as they retain possession. Nice pass now up to Tattersfield. Good low catch at the knees as she works it out to X. Campbell Connors. Inside to Latsko. Dodge on top. Latsko. Off the stick of Jamie Keller. And RMU has the chance to clear. A huge plus advantage for Butler. Does not go for the Dogs. And RMU begins to clear. This is Cleo Kerr, who has a hat trick already. 7:47 left to play here at Varsity Field. Oh, ball goes a little bit wide, but Amanda Rumsey disrupting that one as well. A push. This will give RMU a free position. 7:40 to go here at Varsity Field. Gandy, shot goes wide. Mackenzie Gandy, the 21 point leader so far, with 21 points coming into this contest. Ground ball here, recovered, but it goes out of bounds, and that'll be a push there on Kielbasa. Gandy trying to dodge. Good defensive effort by Ella Bolin. Shot saved by Amanda Rumsey, but a shooting space violation. And Colleen Tift. And that'll be goalie ball. A simultaneous save. So as they shot, Amanda Rumsey was able to save that as the call was made. So Butler and Coach Pilson reminding the ref as well, whether she knew it or not. Gab Bodine losing the ball after a nice check, but will remain with Butler. Dogs reversing their clear. Sarah Dickinson. Long pass up to Latsko at midfield. 6:40 to go here. Latsko, recovers that after a nice nifty disruption there by RMU. Connors was cutting the lane. Attaway didn't see her. Now the Bulldogs, nice cut. Inside off the post for Bodine. And that hurts. That was a nice play, nice shot, and the give and go. Shot clock resets, though, for the Bulldogs. Kielbasa out to Latsko. Latsko down to Connors. Connors with the first goal for the Dogs. Now Bodine. Who, to her credit, led the team in goals last year with 18 over that 7-game span. 72% shot percentage. Inside to Bodine. That one was going to be sure, but it'll be a shooting space violation. So she'll get another chance at it. Oh, Bodine. Actually looks like, nope, that'll be Bodine. Bodine. Oh, and a nice save for Keller. Picked up by Schreiber. Doesn't go. Campbell Connors. Inside, flips it back out to Kielbasa. And the goggles fell off from Robert Morris. And the ref and Coach Silva having a bit of disagreement how the goggles fell off. Regardless, the Dogs retain possession. Kielbasa, 5:23 here to go. Let's go. Long pass out to Attaway. Schreiber out to Kielbasa again. Attempts her dodge, go inside. Gets bumped, good defense by the RMU side. Here comes Attaway, shot, score! Kaylee Attaway, full head of steam, dodges a couple of defenders, gives the Dogs their fourth goal, her first. Number 16, Kaylee Attaway. So 6-4, 5:02 to go. The Colonials leading the way, but Butler giving them all they can handle after a tough loss to the number fourth ranked team in the country, Notre Dame, last night. The Colonials are trekking through the crossroads of America and made it all the way to Varsity Field, where the Dogs have been waiting for the premiere of their season. Ashley Steffes facing off against Lauren Wassel. Pardon me, that was Jordan Anderson. Davide recovers The Dogs are on the brigade again. Loses that one. RMU picks it up. Here's Anderson. Jordan Anderson out to the right wing side. RMU setting up their offense. Bailey Christensen out there along with Melanie Gandy. Mackenzie Gandy trouting out there. Leading scorer so far for Robert Morris on the season, but Cleo Kerr giving her a run for her money with already a hat trick. This is a free position now for Christensen. Christensen, shot, gets between the feet of Amanda Rumsey, giving Robert Morris their 7th goal. And Bailey Christensen gets her first. The senior from Columbia, Maryland, gets that one to go through. And a classic back and forth here at Varsity Field for the Bulldogs in their inaugural matchup of the 2021 season. Of course, the Bulldogs have improved every year with win totals, of 2 and then 5 the last 2 seasons. Significant improvements for a program that just began out in 2017. This is Steffes facing off against Cleo Kerr on the draw. Cleo Kerr picks it up, and another draw control for the Colonials. Back up top, Colleen Tift. Army working around. This is Christensen. Good defense by Lagner. And Tattersfield closing that gap. Again, he was trying to go through. Christensen at the X. Nice steal from Anna Kate Gately. The Dogs are on the run. She spins out. Not enough space. Too many defenders to try to get past. Rumsey. Nice pass to Davide. Oh, gets pushed off her feet. And the students at the end of the field definitely riled up for that one. They don't want to see their fellow Bulldogs on the ground. Davide, back out to Dickinson. Cross pass to Lagner. Ball disrupted by Jordan Anderson. She passes up to Christensen. And there's a 3-on-1 advantage for RMU right now. But the Dogs get back quickly on defense. Oh, and it just goes. And Mackenzie Gandy gets it stick side on Amanda Rumsey. The 3-on-1 advantage did not help the Bulldogs there, as Mackenzie Gandy gets her 3rd goal on the day. And that is another hat trick for an RMU player. 2:58 left to go in our first half here. Thanks for being with us. My name's Joey Lindstrom. The Dogs came into this game, if you're just joining us, 0-0 on the year. This is their premier game. 5-2 last year in the 2020 campaign before it was abruptly halted due to COVID, as everybody else's seasons were. Bulldogs in the Big East with a 0-0 record. They have no standing yet, but they will begin their schedule on the 19th of March with a doubleheader against Denver over that weekend. And they'll host UConn on the 26th and 28th here at Varsity Field. And then in April, they'll head to Villanova and Georgetown and then finish off the regular season hosting Marquette before the Big East tournament at Georgetown. And the Big East Championships will take place May 6th and through May 8th. Inside, RMU. Working it around. Christensen. Long pass up top. Tries to get it inside. And that will be a shooting space violation, giving Kathleen Kelly the opportunity for a free position. Kelly. Oh, goes up to the crease. And that'll be a foul on Butler. Davide will have to come off, and the shot clock will reset. 2:17 to go here. Actually, a yellow card on Davide. So she'll have to serve her time in the box. Kelly opting out of that free position. Goes back out. Now another shooting space violation and opportunity here for Robert Morris. This is Kelsey Nelson out of Rochester, New York. She also chooses to pass it out on her free position. Robert Morris beginning a dodge inside. Amanda Rumsey tries to recover that one, trickles out, but Butler will retain possession after a violation outside of the crease. Full field ride here for Robert Morris, giving the Bulldogs trouble. Let's see what Coach Pilson can draw up. Rumsey, long pass gets picked by Nelson. Down inside, Anderson finishes. And a whole slew, a scrum rather, down there as Rumsey tries to save that one. Puts all her might into that save. She's last year 48% save average for all shots on goal totaled. But so far RMU has given them trouble. 1:39 here to play at Varsity Field. Liz Davide still serving that penalty. 1:22 to go for that. So that'll extend almost to the end of the half for Butler. So Ellis Squibb now on the draw control, facing off against Kathleen Kelly. But the Dogs gain it. So actually that penalty on Davide gets negated, but she actually gets pushed here. Possession arrow will go to the Dogs. Loose ball push. More pressure from RMU. Too much, in fact, that they have a stoppage. Nice catch from Lexi Armstrong. So green card here. Hold on, we'll get an explanation from the ref. Looks as if there's an offside violation on RMU. So Shea McCardle got a green card for being offsides on the defensive side. Too many defenders. So Lexi Armstrong will have to be behind that restraining line because then Butler would be offsides if they don't have 3 back, excuse me. Davide working around. Losing the ball there is Bodine. Up to Latsko. Latsko. Davide. Inside. Schreiber. Score. Lindsay Schreiber gets the goal. Stick side on Jamie Keller. And the Dogs are facing just a 4-goal deficit with 49 seconds to go. So Schreiber had 9 goals last year, tied for the third most on the team. She added 3 assists to that total over 7 games. Took a total of 24 shots on the season. She gets that one fairly easily as Jamie Keller even ran out of the net. So the Colonials, 9-5 lead, 49 seconds to go. After that green card penalty gave Butler the opportunity to go score a goal quick. RMU retains possession and then loses it again. A lot of contention. This is still the beginning of the season. Green card now, this time on Bodine. So delay a game in transition. Your attackers cannot go beyond that restraining line to try to defend. As Butler had too many in that area. Cleo Kerr outside. Thought about shooting it there. Nice check by Lexi Armstrong. RMU will retain possession, though. Cleo Kerr. And a shooting space violation does not help the Bulldogs as Kerr will get a free position. Kerr gets the goal between the legs of Amanda Rumsey. And that's her 4th. Ties her season high, where she had 4 against Kent State. And Cleo Kerr, the redshirt senior. The redshirt senior getting her 4th goal out of Frederick, Maryland. She has been on fire today here at Varsity Field. Now this time, Ella Squibb facing off against Cleo Kerr. Oh, and actually Squibb tries to dive over Kerr. And Coach Pilson defending her girls as he will. Couple seconds to go. And that'll take us to the end of the half. Your score right now, RMU 10, Butler 5. So far, point totals, Cleo Kerr having 4 goals for Robert Morris. Julia Cottervas has 1, Bailey Christensen has 1, Mackenzie Gandy has a hat trick with 3. On the Bulldogs side, Karina Latsko has a goal. Lindsay Schreiber as well. Kaylee Attaway, Campbell Connors, as well as Gab Bodine. We'll take a break here, 10-minute halftime. We'll be back with you shortly. Thanks for being here with us at Varsity Field here on this beautiful March 7th, Sunday. We'll be back. You're watching Butler Women's Lacrosse on Butler Athletics YouTube. Welcome back to Indianapolis Varsity Field, where the Bulldogs face a 10-5 deficit against the Robert Morris Colonials. Robert Morris had come out to an early lead, scoring 4 before Butler had their first. That one put in by Campbell Connors. Some stats for you, thanks to our SID Sports Information Director, John Dedman. Ground balls for that first half, RMU had 9 secured ground balls. Butler had 7. Clears, pretty similar. RMU was successful on 10 out of their 12 clears, and Butler was successful for 9 out of their 11. And both teams are 100% in scoring when they have an extra player after a penalty from the opposing side. RMU benefactors of 2 goals when being man up, as well as Butler 3 goals after being man up. Ellis Squibb facing off against Cleo Kerr on the draw. Ball will go to Robert Morris. This is Colleen Tift headed back out into the inside to Mackenzie Ball as Butler Morris works it around. Gandy to Kerr. Wow, the quick trigger to the top right corner, and Cleo Kerr's got her 5th goal of the day. So Cleo Kerr already for Robert Morris storming ahead. And now the lead is 11-5 RMU. Took all of 21 seconds for that goal to occur. New face, though, in there for Butler, Katie McGrath from Novato, California, Novato High School. And the junior already facing a tough situation, a quick goal. Draw from Squibb goes back to the Butler offensive side, but RMU recovers. So RMU trying to clear. Neither team with any face-off violations. Draws have been pretty controlled throughout. And this is Kelsey Nelson. And RMU setting up on offense. To the right side. Shooting space violation will give Kellen Flynn the opportunity to go for a free position. Bit of an odd angle shot if she wants to take one. See if she opts out. Back outside. Another violation. This time sending Hannah Miller to a free position. Miller. McGrath kind of loses it in the shuffle. So did your broadcaster. But nonetheless, McGrath with a nice save. Davide picks it up. Trying to avoid getting pushed out. Does get pushed, but it will remain with Butler. So the Dogs, a successful outing for their clears. This is McShay up to beg your pardon, up to Byerly. She loses that one, but Butler will keep the ball. Kaylee Attaway running out of the field. Butler trying to run their set play. Inside, nice nifty goal. Campbell Connors. Little scoop underneath. Jamie Keller didn't know what hit her. Campbell Connors gets the goal, and the Dogs have 28-16 now in this second half. So Jamie Keller with a good showing. She usually comes off the bench. This game she's been in since about the 12th minute of that first half, replacing Caitlin Miller, who started every game thus far this year. It looks like Coach Silva is ready to stick with this move. RMU up 11-6. Looks like Blue stepped on the line. Campbell Connors full head of steam. And Butler will set up. Kaylee Attaway off the right side. Byerly back to Attaway. Up top to KK Callahan. Gets the goal to go. KK Callahan, her first. KK Callahan from Dallas, Texas, Highland Park High School. Huge, huge goal. And the Bulldogs now facing just a 4-goal deficit, 27:46 to play. Coach Pilson telling us that his team's momentum always comes from those quick plays. When they can just go play lacrosse, they're at their best. The set plays are great, but when you can just rely on your instincts of your team, that's when he says his team is at their best. Draw goes in the favor of Cleo Kerr. Kerr driving. Off to the side. To Gandy, but back up top. RMU, losers of their last game against Notre Dame. That was just yesterday. Inside to Kerr, tries to get a quick stick. It looks like she stepped inside. Kerr was looking for maybe a check to the head. Clearly would be illegal. McGrath back out to Dickinson. RMU 4-1 on the year, 1-0 in their MAC conference play after beating Kent State last Wednesday. Their 3 previous victories came against Liberty, Fresno State, and Gardner-Webb. A little bit of a tie-up there. Schreiber trying to gain possession, checking the ball out of Engel's stick, and a nice steal from Kilbasa. Up to Connors. Connors dodges one, gets checked at the hip. Coach Pilson calling for a slash, and now Connors needs to take this possession. Kilbasa. As Butler sets up, more and more players cutting in and out of the crease, giving the opportunity for more scoring, RMU, and for RMU to be off balance. Inside, as she falls down, bit of a rough check. And now Jamie Keller recovering that one. So RMU on the clear. They were successful for most of the first half, now in the second. Other Big East matchups today, Arizona State facing off against Denver. The Dogs, barring any match against Presbyterian, after that was postponed, will play Denver on their weekend brigade. Shot, nice save by Katie McGrath. RMU sets up. Beautiful save by McGrath. When she has played, she's done well. 5, just under 10 saves on her career. Not too much time. Robert Morris down to the X. Oh, shot goes wide. Gandy tried to get it inside to Nelson, and Nelson goes wide left. Dodge up top, back to X. Inside to Gandy, nice save by McGrath. And an almost by Kaylee Attaway trying to scoop that into McGrath's big goalie net. Butler trying to clear here. A bit of a hip check. Good pass up to Ella Bolin. Cannot interfere with the cross. Almost brief stoppage. Connors. Out to Bodine. Dodge inside. Bodine. Oh, into the stick of Jamie Keller. Bodine had the ability right there to control where that one might go, but Keller saves that one. Been a few stick side saves for Jamie Keller thus far. Ball goes out of bounds. Butler retains it. And here come the Dogs. Ella Bolin to Callahan. Callahan out to Byerly. Let's go. Sets up top. And the Dogs calling for a settle. Try to slow down their pace a little bit. Let's go. Up top. Nice catch by Bodine. Penalty incoming. And a 3-second violation. That time, not a major, but Kelly Colgrove gets caught for that one in a free position for Bodine. Not who the Colonials want taking a free shot. Bodine, just wide. Dogs retain possession as Byerly was the first one to get to that line. Urbino up to Latsko. 22:30 left to play here in the second half at Varsity Field. Callahan inside to Latsko. And it looks like a shooting space violation. So KK Callahan now with the opportunity to pass, shoot. Free chance at the goal here. Callahan. Oh, off the protection pads of Keller. Let's go. Here's Tattersfield. Connors try to look inside to Bodine. A check there from RMU. Connors recovers it. Let's go with the GB. Rubino. Let's go. And the Bulldogs setting up. No cuts so far inside, but Bodine's right there. Gets checked at the net. And it'll go to RMU. So RMU, again last year defeating Butler, 8-15. Here's a chance, 2-on-2, more of a three. Urbino loses it on the check, and now the opportunity to reset. Beyond the arc, Rubino resetting. Let's go. Rubino inside, loses it. Tattersfield. A couple of dodges inside. Foul inbound. Looks like a push on RMU. Tattersfield, her first free position of the game. Shot goes wide. But right there is Byerly to recover it. Let's go. Down up to Rubino. Byerly to Let's Go. Loses it out in front. Now here's Jamie Keller. And a clear now for RMU. Butler giving him trouble. Cleo Kerr. Up to McCardle. McCardle, full head of steam. And they'll work it around. Actually, cross pass to Gandy. McKenzie thinking about it. Another cross pass to her sister. A little bit of a miss there by Anna Kate Gately. Nonetheless, RMU retaining possession. 19:45 left to go here in the second half. Oh, up inside. Good save by McGrath. Gandy had it right there. That was Melanie rather than McKenzie. Tift setting up. McKenzie ball. Working around the X. Full head of steam from McKenzie. Gandy and a shooting space violation. She'll get a shot here in a free position. This is Gandy's third free position. Pass to her sister. And Melanie gets caught in the scrum in there above the crease. And it looks like 49, that's Layla Tattersfield, will get a yellow card for a possible slash. So she'll have to come off. Both teams running at 100% efficiency when they're a man up. Melanie Gandy here with the free position. Decides to pass it back out. Colleen Tift trying to work around a dodge. Goes below the crease. Inside to Cleo Kerr. Gets the goal to go. So that's Cleo Kerr's sixth goal at the doorstep. And Robert Morris without Cleo Kerr, Butler obviously would be leading. So far, Cleo Kerr with no assists thus far, but 6 goals. She's been nothing short of impressive for this Colonial squad. So Kerr will face off here on the draw against Ella Squibb. Squibb. It's dangerous play deemed by the ref, so Robert Morris will retain possession. Kerr. Up there, that's 37. Gianna Anthony and the Robert Morris Colonials will set up their offense. 18:30 to play. Melanie Gandy, up inside, goes wide. Somehow the ball not falling out of her cross, and she was able to get that shot off. Here comes Nelson. RMU setting up this time. That's Miller down to the X. Melanie Gandy up top. RMU setting up a play. Nelson gets checked. Oh, and a penalty incoming. And a push, this time on Attaway. So Kaylee Attaway getting that push and giving Kelsey Nelson the opportunity for a free position. Nelson, who had 5 goals last year, 3 goals on last Wednesday against Kent State. Ball goes off stick side of McGrath, and that'll be a goal for the Colonials. 17:30 left to play. Our score 13-7 in favor of Robert Morris. So Robert Morris, hailing from the Mid-American Conference, having a division win against Kent State. So Mackenzie and Melanie Gandy have both had impacts in this game. They hold team-leading stats right now. Mackenzie Gandy came into this game with 15 goals, and Melanie had 15 assists. And she had another one there. Head coach Katrina Silva in her 8th season with the Colonials, but just her 2nd as their head coach. Draw is controlled there by Robert Morris. Tattersfield recovering it. Looks like an offside here from Butler. Looks like number 2, Ella Boland, probably cut her off. Coach Cecil Pilson giving the ref an earful. Need a reset for the shot clock. New season, as the officials are also getting used to it. Getting their reps in as well. 17 minutes. Now 13 minutes eclipsed in this game, in the second half. Melanie Gandy passes to her sister Mackenzie with a sidearm shot. Looks like a possible shot interference. Or actually a dangerous move as she passed her shot. Mackenzie Gandy obviously pleading her case. Dangerous possible move, nonetheless a good shot. So that'll be a yellow card. She'll have to sit in the penalty box. And Coach Silva obviously pleading her case for her girls. So nonetheless, Lexi Armstrong with the ball now. Ref still explaining that it was a follow-through, dangerous follow-through by Mackenzie Gandy, who leads his team in scoring. So far, 2021 Big East Women's Lacrosse standings for those who have played games. UConn is leading the way, 3-1 overall. Again, none of these teams have played conference games quite yet. That will begin on the 19th of March. Marquette's second at 2-2, Villanova third at 1-2. Butler actually fourth, playing 0 games, and Denver, Georgetown both 0-1. That'll round out the Big East. Let's go up top. Davide back outside. This is Connors. Inside to Guerra. Her first action of the game. Let's go. Looking for an inside move. She had Connors cutting across the crease. Badine. Split dodge. Trying to get around. Loses her footing. Back out to Guerra. Looks like an offensive foul on Bodine. And officials obviously being a little more stingy. Ball. Carrying the 2-inch rubber cement sphere. Ball now passing off to Tift, who will set up the Robert Morris offense. 15-15 to go. 20 seconds remaining on that penalty for Robert Morris. There's still a player down at a slight disadvantage. Tift trying to work around. Good defense by the first-year Ella Bolin. Back up to ball. And the penalty has been killed for Robert Morris. This is Kelly Flynn. Back up top. 20 seconds to shoot for Robert Morris. This is Tift. Tift looking for somewhere to go. Passes off to Emily Kim, who goes back up to ball. Good defense by Tattersfield. Bit of a push. It got away. And that'll be a shot clock violation. Beautiful defense by your Butler Bulldogs. Katie McGrath in the crease, now beginning to clear. Kaylee Attaway. Lindsay McShay. Good cross pass to Schreiber. And now here come the Dogs. Kilbasa on the outside. Defense by McCardle, a little too hard. So Kilbasa down to Guerra. Ashley Guerra making her first appearance. She actually holds the record for most points in program history in a single game. That one falling in the net of Keller. And most points in one game came against Wofford last year. She had 10. That happened on March 13th, right prior to our abrupt halt of their season. Guerra, left winger, strong left-handed player. Connors. Up to Latsko. Rubino entering the field now. Here's Schreiber. Scooping it out to Latsko. More and more movement from the Dogs. Here's Cabasa. Rubino. Down inside to Schreiber. Back out to Rubino. Thought about shooting it. Here's Kilbasa. Latsko. Nice dodge on the inside. Trying to gain some positioning. Oh, losing it is Rubino up above the crease. And who else but Cleo Kerr to gain the possession of that one. So now the Colonials, Madison Griffin, headed up now by Gianna Anthony. Melanie Gandy over to Bailey Christensen, who had her lone goal in the first half. This is Anthony. Tries to dodge, strong side, off the face shield of McGrath. 11:15 here to go in this game. RMU with the possession. Inside, Nelson loses the handle on it. And another violation. Should get the chance at a free position here. (13-7) in favor of the Colonials so far. Nelson gets the goal to go. Opposite stick side on McGrath. And the score now 14-7 in favor of Robert Morris. Nelson, who had 5 goals last year before the season's end, had a hat trick on last Wednesday versus Kent State. 11 minutes to go here. Thanks for being with us here at Varsity Field. Good to have you. My name is Joey Lindstrom on the call today. It's great to be here with you watching Butler Women's Lacrosse on the Butler Athletics YouTube page. This is Liz Davide on the draw, facing off against Kathleen Kelly. Actually, that's Ashley Steffes, excuse me. Beg your pardon, Ashley. Schreiber, nice aggressive play there. Gets pushed, almost out of bounds, but Dogs will retain possession. This is Lexi Armstrong clearing the ball, bringing it up. This is Campbell Connors. If they move inside to KK Callahan, gets the goal to go. KK Callahan, her second. Beautiful play, assisted by Campbell Connors. A beautiful, beautiful setup there. Lexi Armstrong clearing the way. Campbell Connors with a beautiful assist. So Butler actually ranked 8th nationally across Division I in scoring defense last year, just allowing 8.29 goals per game across those 7 games. And last season offensively, the Bulldogs outscored their opponents 97-58. Draw control here by Cleo Kerr. She's got a full head of steam, dodging away, loses the ball. Foul incoming. And that'll be a push on Butler. And Kerr will get a free position. Passes back out. Colleen Tift with the ball. Bailey Christensen at the X. Nice defense by Sarah Dickinson. The Dogs have done well bodying up each of these players for RMU. Nice caused turnover almost by Liz Davide, causing that ball to come loose. Split dodge here from Jordan Anderson. Doesn't go. Tift. Little bit. Got away from her a little bit there. A recovery by Melanie Gandy. 9:14 to play. Gandy. Shot. Score off the stick of Katie McGrath. And we have now reached deja vu. RMU 15-8. This was the score of the final last year in the first meeting between these two squads. So Melanie Gandy, that's actually her first goal. She is known for her assists. She had 5 against Kent State. She's got 4 today. That time taking it herself. Steffes facing off against Claire in this draw. Steffes. But Cleo Kerr with a quick scoop of that ball. Gets it out to Gandy. Gandy looking for some work on the outside. Long pass, that time to Gianna Anthony. Nelson trying to dodge inside. A little bit of an awkward pass, but it does get into the stick of Jordan Anderson. Hannah Miller setting up her dodge. Butler continuing to be resilient on defense, not laying down at all. Nelson trying to dodge. Nelson gets swarmed by a pack of Bulldogs. And a push underneath the neck by Lindsay McShay. And that'll be a yellow card. And that's tough. Tough pill to swallow for the Bulldogs. Kelsey Nelson now with the free position. They need another reset. So a player advantage for Robert Morris. It's now outside. Playing at the X. Gandy. And a shooting space violation. Free position now for Melanie Gandy. Pass. Doesn't go. Tries to go around the crease. That was Jordan Anderson. And the Bulldogs with a nice defensive effort. They'll retain possession. So Sarah Dickinson there on the nice defensive effort. She gets the ball here in the clear. McGrath up top to Campbell Connors, who has been facilitating the ball around very nicely today. Attaway. Back up to Gately. Guerra now in the middle of the field. And the Bulldogs will set up. Nice clear for Butler. Well, the best way to set up your offense is obviously getting a nice clear. Trying to dodge. That's Kabasa. Nice pass up to Campbell Connors. Thought about flipping it back to Kabasa. Schreiber out to Guerra. Inside. Kabasa goes right into the cross of Keller. But a foul as Kabasa lost her footing. Kabasa, shot score! Kayla Kabasa from Aquebogue, New York. And she gets her first goal. The sophomore cashing in on that free position. And now the Dogs inch a little bit closer. 6:30 to play. 15-9 is our score in favor of the Colonials. Talk about the growth of this program. Last year was a huge record-setting program for the Bulldogs. Most points coming against Hanover, 31. Most goals, 22 against Hanover. Fewest goals allowed, 0 against Hanover. Largest win margin, Hanover. Most assists, 12 last year versus Detroit Mercy. And most draw controls, 18 last year. That is some dominance that they have seen, and that had a testament to what the program has become so far. Keep improving. Win totals every year. Obviously ending on a winning stretch last year. 5-2 for the Bulldogs was a huge confidence boost heading into this year. So Coach Silva pleading her case for Butler having too many people, and after they scored, their penalty not releasing. So the conflict being Lindsay McShay that needed to not be released. So it looks like there'll be a bit of a reset here. Obviously a unique situation. Take the time to thank you for being here watching Butler Women's Lacrosse on the Butler Athletics YouTube page. Bulldogs returning back to varsity field after a 5-2 campaign last year. And they actually returned 3 players who earned Big East Weekly awards last season, including goalie Amanda Rumsey and attackers Kaylee Attaway and Campbell Connors, as well as 3 current Bulldogs, Ashley Guerra, Amanda Rumsey, and Katie McGrath hold at least one individual career record in Butler's program history, and Guerra actually holds a total of 5 offensive individual records, holding 5 single-season records and 4 single-game records. Talked about one of those, 10 points last year versus Wofford. No appearances for Guerra in that first half, but she is back on the field in the second. So Robert Morris will retain possession. It looks like the discrepancy was, the decision was made that Lindsay McShay would be on the bench serving a full penalty. Obviously, barring anything else that would happen, even if Butler scored a goal, she had to remain and serve that penalty. It looks like 5 seconds on the clock for her. So thanks for bearing with us through that. Obviously a unique situation for kind of everybody as the beginning of the season goes. Everybody's shaking the rust off. So McShay will actually be penalized for 2 minutes and 4 seconds. They put her up there twice to finish that first serve. So Robert Morris swinging this ball around. It's Kelly Flynn working around the X. 5:45 to go here. And a goal for the Colonials. That off the stick of Isabel Rabarge. (16-9) our score here at Varsity Field. So both coaches going at it, discussing that penalty that we said ensued, and Lindsay McShay looks like is released from the box. We'll confirm that for sure. After a full offseason now, Obviously unintentionally extended off season. The Bulldogs have hit the weight room, hit the field. They've been faster, stronger, building this program up, really from the ground up. Their inaugural season coming in 2017 and defeating their win totals each of the last 4 years. Let's go. Long pass to Tattersfield. Guerra thought about popping it in there to Let's Go. Pass to Connors. Inside. Campbell Connors just a bit wide. Guerra. Inside. Nice pass. Goes wide for Rubino. Rubino up top. Let's go. Kerr's stick falls out of her hand. That'll be an interference. And a card. Green card for a delay of game. Playing without her stick, that'll be a delay of game. Coach Pilson pleading his case for a slash. Regardless, this will be Latsko's free position. Let's go. Loses the handle on the ball above the crease. And Robert Morris will retain possession. Here comes another clear for Robert Morris. Long past the ball. Tattersfield with a ground ball. Now Butler will begin their clear. She's got to watch out. Head into a whole colony of Colonials. Dickinson out to McShay, who's back out there after serving her time in the box. Nifty dodging from McShay. She gets it down to Connors, but Connors gets a hit to the head. That'll be a yellow card. That penalty there on Engel. So Engel from Bayport, New York will serve her time in the box now. 2-minute penalty. Score 16-9, 3:30 to go. Thanks for being with us. My name is Joey Lindstrom. If you're just joining us, the Butler Bulldogs and their premier game of the 2021 campaign. We're down 4 early. Stormed back. The game was as close as 5-3. And Robert Morris, a few goals go their way, 10-5 at half. But the Bulldogs have shown that they can play with anybody. And here at Varsity Field, the home field advantage. Beautiful Sunday afternoon. Here's a free position for Lindsay Schreiber. She had a goal earlier in the first half. Schreiber chooses to go out. This is Attaway. Out to Guerra. Guerra thought about shooting it. Now Attaway spinning back out to set up offense. Guerra. Inside to Let's Go. Got it. Karina Let's Go's second goal and a beautiful assist from Ashley Guerra. And the Bulldogs eclipse double digits. Karina Let's Go, Cranberry Township, PA. Now the score 16-10, 3:07 to go. And a sweet score, sweet goal song for Karina Let's Go. Pop, lock, and drop it. Need that on a Sunday afternoon. This is Cleo and Steffes on the draw, facing off. So the Colonials are actually 4-0 for the first time since 2014. So they're off to a great start this year after losing to Notre Dame yesterday. And the Bulldogs were handed one of their 2 losses last year against Robert Morris. Ultimately ended their 2020 season with a winning record. This is Kerr. Long pass goes over the stick there of Lily Hayden. Colleen Tift. Up top, nice defense by Ella Bolin. Looks like an offsides and a reset for the shot clock. Anna Kate Gately crossed that restraining line, as you need 4 players to stay back from each side. Tift thought about it. Dishing it back out. This is Jordan Anderson. Working around the X. Now out to Julia Connervas. Tries to make the inside dodge. Long pass. Two minutes to go. And looks like a shooting space violation there on Butler. That'll send Hayden to the free position spot on that right wing side, just outside the arc. Long pass over to Kerr. And gets in the crease. Crease violation on Cleo Kerr. And McGrath now with possession. 1:45 to go here at Varsity Field. Long pass, nice, to Lindsay Schreiber. And the Dogs have a 4-on-2 advantage. Schreiber now gets disrupted by the stick of number 20, Madison Burke. Kabasa inside. Steffes back out to Latsko, a little too tall as the ball got tipped up in the air. Crease violation there on Guerra. Jamie Keller recovering it now for Robert Morris. Final minute here of play. The Bulldogs relentless in their effort in this final stretch here. Final 30 seconds to go here. Robert Morris running out. This is Kelly Colgrove. Down working around the X to Anderson. Inside. Pass doesn't go. Final 15, Guerra. Up to Connors. 3-on-3, even opportunity. Connors shoots it. Keller saves. And with that, we will wind down to the final horn. Our final score here, Robert Morris 16, the Butler Bulldogs 10. Butler shooting well overall. And Robert Morris eclipsing over the 10-point mark and then gaining the clear advantage on the draws as well. Butler last year shooting 46% over their 7 games. But now this year, they have a new challenge ahead. Dropping this first one, I'm sure Coach Cecil Pilson will tell his team that it's just time to move on to conference, barring any game with Presbyterian, which would be hosted here. As of right now, that game postponed for the second time. Remains to be seen if that'll be played. But the Bulldogs ahead, their schedule at Denver, starting March 19th and March 21st at Denver again. Then they'll host UConn twice on March 26th and March 28th. And then in April at Villanova for the 9th and 11th. 16th and 18th at Georgetown, and then hosting Marquette on the 23rd and 25th. Your final again, Robert Morris University Colonials 16, your Butler Bulldogs 10. My name is Joey Lindstrom. Thank you so much for being here. I want to take a minute to thank our camera women, Emma and Ellie, for working the camera, Joe Gentry for organizing our technology and getting us live, John Dedman for getting our stats down there as well. Thanks so much for being with us today. We'll see you next time. You've been watching Butler Women's Lacrosse.